Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So I said I was going to make a series of videos where I talk about best max lux for impossible monsters. And then I've been thinking about Yamato Takeru a lot lately, so we'll do him first. And yeah, gimmicks in his mission are mines only, so we can bring guys with either flight or minesweeper. And then a wood element would be best, just so that we take less damage from his attacks. Alright, so we'll head into the monster box. Let's look at the wood max lux that I have with either minesweeper or flight. And yeah, kind of the lowest tier of a max lux, guys that I would recommend if you only had nobody else, would be Tengu, and Poltergeist, and Siren. And yeah, these three guys, they kind of fit just the bare minimum of requirements. Their strike shots and their bump combos are not going to be especially useful, and their stats are not great either. So yeah, use them if you got nobody else. A step above them is going to be Sage, and then he was a limited time character from last year's Easter event. And hopefully we have Easter coming up soon. This guy will appear again. The reason why he is better, he has a minesweeper instead of flight, so he can pick up the mines and maybe prevent some damage, and then also do some more damage himself. And then he has a meteor strike shot. And a meteor strike shot is kind of famously very useful for the last boss stage. There's a lot of guys all over the screen and you want to take care of them. The strength of this meteor is not going to be very high. But in order to get lots of damage on lots of guys, it can be useful for that. So that's mid-tier, is Sage. Top tier are going to be, of course, the Impossibles, Marishiten here, and Kushinada. And yeah, the reason why Marishiten is good, he has the Recovery S that can help you keep your HP up, and he has the Cross Laser, which is really good for that mission. That mission is very crowded. There's lots of guys all over the screen, and since the Cross Laser covers a pretty good amount of the screen, it can do good sort of total damage. And then he also has the Strike Shot, where he creates that little area and then moves around in there. And that can be really good for the stage, since there's so kind of little space to work around, that your damage is going to be pretty concentrated with that Strike Shot. And then next is Kushinada, and her bump combo, I would say, is a little bit worse than Marishiten's in this case. It works best when you have a lot of room to work with, but in Yamato Takeru Zero's mission, there's a lot of guys around that can really slow down the guy who is pulling Kushinada's plasma. So still strong, but maybe a little bit less effective on this mission. The real reason to use her is for her strike shot. I've said this many times, but the Grand Command Strike Shot is like a get-out-of-jail-free card, and you can use it in lots of different situations. You can clear a field of little guys, you can do concentrated damage on the boss, you can get guys in bad position out of that position, you can use it to easily grab hearts, just everything. And yeah, kind of the most recommended way to play that final boss stage is to use a Meteor Strike Shot to clear the field of little guys, and then use Kushinada's Command Strike Shot to do big damage on the boss. However, the thing about Yamato Takeru's mission is that he has an attack, the Speed Bomb. And then the Speed Bomb, if it hits your guy, the damage is determined by how high the speed is of that character. In the case of Kushinada, who has a very, very high speed, that can do like 25,000 damage. And that's crazy. We definitely don't want to take that damage. So if we were to use Kushinada, there's a few ways to sort of get around that damage. One is to take down the boss before that attack comes out. That's pretty difficult. Another is just to sort of maintain your HP so that you have high HP and can take that attack without too much worry. That's also difficult to do. One option that is not open to us is positioning. If this were another attack, it would just go straight towards the character nearest the boss, but the Speed Bomb just goes towards a random character. It doesn't matter the distance or who's closer or whatever, so we can't use that as a way out. The last way we can get around this is to make a Max Lux Kushinada with no speed bonus. And actually that's what I'm working on right now. I'm about a third of the way there. And so this Kushinada will still be really great with the element advantage and the Minesweeper and the Strike Shot, but will take less damage from that Speed Bomb. So that's a nice little help. And then with the speed down to 320, that will be about maybe 10,000 damage less that we would take from that Speed Bomb, about 15,000. And then you could do it this way, where you just make a new one from scratch. Or if you were a little bit more impatient, there is a way to make a kind of a downgraded speed Kushinada more quickly. The way to do that is to take a pre-evolution Kushinada, like this one, and then fuse that max luck Kushinada into here. And as you can see, the bonus for the speed here is 29 in comparison to the evolution forms of 115. So you could cut that speed bonus down by like almost 100, which would save you a lot of damage. The thing about doing it this way, though, is that if you fuse the max luck Kushinada into the pre-evolution Kushinada, you're going to lose some luck. So it would become a 75 luck pre-evolution. What you would do after that is that you would evolve this Kushinada and then raise the levels, and then you would have a 75 luck Kushinada. You would need 24 more Kushinada to raise it back to a max luck, but you would have it with the reduced speed. So you could use it for Yamato Takeru Zero with less worry. In Kushinada's case in particular, I'm trying to think of like other quests that Kushinada would be good for where she wants that speed. Bishamonten is one, where you want to get a lot of hits in the healing wall. Hakua is another, where high speed means more hits on guys, which is good there. But if you were done with all of your other uses for Kushinada, then it might be worth it to you to make the speed down version of Kushinada. Same thing for Marishiten. He has the 96 bonus here, but if we look at the pre-evolution version, that's a 22. So you can cut his speed down by 70. And then, yeah, other cases where a full speed Marishiten would be better. Daikokuten, maybe Daikokuten, it's a little bit less important to have a high speed. You just need a pinch most of the time. But that last stage, you would want more speed to get more healing and more hits on the boss. So, I don't know. What I'm planning on doing is making the speed down version of Kushinada, or a speedless version of Kushinada, and then playing with just a regular Marishiten. He'll still take a decent amount of damage, being at like maybe 370 or so, but it won't be as bad as a full speed Kushinada. So yeah, those are some options open. In the future, of course, we'll get more characters that are even better for Yamato Takeru Zero. But at the moment, that's what we got. So yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully that was helpful, and we'll see you again. Take care.